Hello artists! Today I'll be teaching you two techniques to draw an eye. These are all the geometrical shapes that you will need. Let's begin. The first technique of drawing an eye is by drawing a sleeping oval, like this. Now that you make this oval, divide it into two parts like this. Mark the endpoints by a straight line, like this. And now, from this join it here, from this join it here, just like this. Now take this more down, so that the sleeping line is from this area to this. Now, we'll be curving this entire thing inside and this outside to join it here. We'll be curving this enough that it reaches here, and so that the structure of an eye is simply formed. Now that we have done this, let us move on to the eyeball. For the eyeball, we'll be making a circle. For the circle, we'll be joining the two lines like this. We'll be taking this here, this here, this here. So now curve it inside. Don't make sure that the entire circle is not visible. Some part of it is hidden behind this area. So we'll thicken it to make it look more real. Okay? So this is the structure of the eyeball inside. Now we'll draw a small circle inside here and draw a square on top of the circle. So, and now we're going to draw one more line here below. We're going to make the upper part of the eye, which is the one that lies above the eye. Then we'll be drawing the structure of an eyebrow. To draw the structure of the eyebrow, we'll be taking this line upwards, this line upwards. Now we'll be joining them both in such a way. Now we'll be taking, in the same parallel to this, we're going to draw this. Take it behind this way and here. Now, we'll be reducing the distance as we go behind and here. And now, this is the basic structure of the eyebrow. Now we'll be curving some edges so that the finishing looks would look awesome. Now we'll be moving on to draw the eyelashes. To draw the eyelashes, we'll be first just doing this, sprinkling it outwards. To draw the upper eyelashes, one must keep in mind that they should not be too much and too less. So we'll be start by doing it like this. Two here, one here, two here, one here. Now let us just bounce it off so that it looks real like this. So to give it a real effect, we're going to do it like, take it from inside and put it outside. Take it from inside, put it outside. So this is the eye. Now let us put on details into this. Details, inside this, we'll be taking the same pencil, no change of pencil. So we're going to just color it, simply color it. You're going to make sure that we leave small rectangles in this manner so that the eye would have some 3D effect. And color the remaining side of the rectangles. Now that we have the circle inside it, we'll make sure that we color the circle very, very, very dark. More darker than the remaining sides of the eye. And now we're going to take these lines, dark, very dark lines inside like this. Yes, that's good. Now this is how we make it. Now we will move erasing the extra parts of the eye by this. So we're going to do this, erasing part, extra lines, goodbye there. And now we'll be using this to erase it here, here, here. So this is the structure of our first eye. So I'll tell you that this was the first technique of drawing an eye. So the second technique to make an eye is slightly different. We're going to first make an entire circle like this. The circle does not need to be exact circular. You could just trace it whichever way you want. Now we're going to divide it into two like this. Right? 1, 2. Okay? Now what we're going to do is that we're going to take a line from between here and join one from here and one from here. As you can see this. Now we're going to find the endpoints as we did in the first video. And this is going to be, it's like, we join this to this to this, this to this, and this to this. You're going to make these edges curve down here. And now, the space here is too much to make it realistic, so we're going to top it down here. Divide this part here, and bring the eye just till here, like this. We have our eye, so this is the bottom part, this is the upper part, this is the curve point of the eye, and this is exactly what our eyeball is. The inner circle is our eyeball. And now we're going to take one line here, more here, one line here, and other here. Okay, so this is how we create this. For the down portion, we're going to take it like this, 1, 2. Again, we'll extend this line out, join both the lines up here. Now we're going to make one here, but this does not have to be parallel with this time. Just going to take a slanting line, okay, and take a slanting line here, and join them both. Take this towards this, but just don't join, and here down. So this is our eye. Now let's go to the shading part. So before we start shading, we must keep in mind that we have to erase extra lines. Which are the extra lines? Extra lines are the lines that we have used for formation of structure, like this, this. This is extra. So we've erased all the lines. That made it look basic. Now for shading, we must first color this inner eyeball. For that, we'll be drawing a small circle, a rectangle here, and small little rectangles all over here, like these. Now we're going to color this middle part the darkest we can. As much as dark you can make it. Okay, this is how dark we're going to make it. And then make it a bit more lighter here. Not too dark as we did in the center. We don't want to make it whole thing scribbled. So okay, now we're going to do this part. And how do we do that part? We just take in the colors. We give it a bit of shading here, lightly with your pencil itself. Just do it like that. I'm using lip pencil because it's very easier to get a light and a dark effect at the same time. Now I'm going to make one more line down like this. Okay, and one more like up going through this. Okay, now we're going to make a light shade again here, and now to make the eyebrow, we're going to do like just extend the lid of the pencil and slight strokes outside, outwards. Now I've taken them both, not so much thick so that they don't form sharpness right at the moment. Now we're going to make this pencil sharpened. So after sharpening the pencil, we can see that we get thick lines, sharp edges. This is perfect for making an eyebrow. So now we're going to make an eyelashes. So taking sprinkly bit of eyes down here and then up here. Just erase this, it's too much. Just a small bit. Okay, so this is how you do it. And this is the technique which is like to form this wonderful eye. To add more detail, you could just put on white color here and make some